Hi everyone, welcome to our live stream in the Bliss Tribe. We're also streaming live to YouTube and on Instagram, which means that I'm going to be talking to two cameras, which is a little bit awkward because you'll see me looking down at one. Here it is, you can see it on the screen, and over to the other. But let me know how things are sounding, if you can hear me, if you can see me, if the technology is working. Let's go ahead and just get started. Obviously, many people are very concerned about the pandemic of COVID-19. And in this call, I'm going to be doing a series of them. So I'm going to be talking about some of the Vedic astrology that's causing this disruption and looking at some similarities. If you're on live YouTube, Instagram, you're not going to be able to see the charts. That said, everyone else should be, if you're on Facebook in the private group, the Bliss Tribe will often be the best way to follow the broadcasts that I'm going to be doing in the next few days. Ayurvedically, fear attracts disease. It makes our immune system compromised. Everything we can do to maintain our composure, deep calm, restful abiding, to feel the fear and allow the fear to pass through us, stay grounded and stable, heart open, compassionate in the world is indicated at this time. The mantra that has been given by Dalai Lama is a mantra of great compassion and offering great compassion in the world. It's the energy of the goddess Green Tara, to whom I am a devotee. She offers one foot into the world to alleviate suffering. I've got a little technical thing here I'm dealing with. And one foot is held upward. So she is at the same time completely removed from the world while being completely engaged with suffering of the world. Her mantra, which will several times, just one moment, dealing with a lot of technical stuff lately. Her mantra is Om Tare Tare Ture Swaha. Om Tare Tare Ture Swaha. Chanting this mantra alleviates suffering. It brings us out of fear. It allows us to rest in compassion, to rest in our own ease and calm, to stay rooted, to stay present, to stay available for action. So let's chant this mantra. Then I'll look at some of the Vedic astrology for what's happening right now that allows us to put into context. And then I'll talk about some Ayurvedic immune boosting of things that we can do for ourselves to boost our immune systems and to bring us into greater immunity and more abundant wellness, okay? So I'm not monitoring the feeds very well. If you have questions, please just put them in the feed and I'll answer them as soon as I can. So let's begin with chanting some Green Tara mantras, the energy of the star Tara that carries us through compassionately from this lifetime to the next, through suffering into compassion, from suffering into wisdom, from suffering into enlightenment. Om Tare Ture Swaha. 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 Hari Om. So let's look a little bit at, pardon me, some of the Vedic astrology of what's going on, and really put some context into what's happening right now. Let's see. If you're on Instagram, you won't be able to see the sharing. However, if you are on YouTube or Facebook, you'll be able to see. So this is today. And I want to point out is Rahu and Ketu. They're the two halves of the serpent. Rahu being its head, no body. Ketu being the tail, no head. And these two halves of the serpent are the lunar nodes, and they create chaos. They create hidden things. Often they create disease and difficult karma. It's the karma of new karma of past lives, and always they work in very hidden, mysterious ways. Rahu, which is the head of the serpent, is in a very difficult nakshatra called Ardha Nakshatra. It's the howler. Very strong, fierce, difficult energy. Ketu, the tail of the serpent without a head, is in Mula Nakshatra, the twisted roots. This is also a very difficult star sign. At conjunct Mars, and you see Mars is not yet in Mula. Let's see. But Mars is it in Mula, or it's coming? I'm just going ahead. Yeah, it's coming into, nope, 1 minute. Mars is conjunct Ketu. So this means they are both together. And I'm looking to see if there was a moment when Ketu and Mars, yeah, both in Mula, if we go back to Feb 25th. Both Mars is a very difficult martial energy. And Mars really can bring about a lot of misfortune. They're both in this very difficult star sign of Mula Nakshatra back on February 25th. And then if we go ahead to February 26th, a very specific astrological formation is made called Kal Sarpa Yoga. When Rahu and Ketu, all of the other planets, you can see Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Sun, Moon, Venus, are all inside the serpent of Rahu and Ketu. This is a very challenging time. And then we come out of that Kalsarpa Yoga because the moon moves out of it. We're coming back to that Kalsarpa Yoga on March 19th. So Ketu Mars are still conjunct, and then we come out of a little bit, the moon pops out of that Kalsarpa Yoga where the serpent is eating both halves, creates a lot of very, very difficult energy. We get that Kalsarpa Yoga on March 19th again. So here again, Ketu Rahu surrounding all of the planets, and that is going to continue. That Kalsarpa Yoga continues all the way into April. I'm going through the days, April 3rd. I think we come out of it. The moon comes out. But the general pattern will stay through until all the way deep into April, with the moon coming in and out of this. Still, this formation holds April all the way through until we finally break through this massive Kalsarpa pattern looking into May. The moon is going to break it. Things will get better. But then we come back into that Kalsarpa pattern. It's a very, very difficult pattern. Finally, Mercury breaks through at the end of May. So things begin to change. Now, what I want to point out here, and I'm sorry people on Instagram Live, you can't see, please join my Facebook group. It's free because then you can see the charts and also interact a bit more if you aren't there. And also this is on YouTube, okay? Let me know if this is also useful, helpful, interesting to you, right? Because it puts it in a wider context. Now, March 19th, and before that we have Ketu, Mars conjunct. They're together, these two very difficult planets, and in that Mula Nakshatra. Now I pulled up a chart for September 11th, and I want you to look, Mars, Ketu, both in Mula Nakshatra. This is an Rahu in Ardha Nakshatra. This is the last time Mars, Ketu were conjunct in Mula. Mula is the root chakra. It's all about fear, and Rahu, Ketu are about invisible things. Who has this? Who doesn't have this thing? We don't know how it transmits. So we're dealing with these very powerful cosmic forces that, with Jupiter going into its own sign, is spreading things throughout the world, okay? So the karma is what needs to be shifted. Okay, let me stop sharing for a moment. Let me know if there are questions about this. And let me know what this means to you. Now, indications. Ayurvedically, a lot of herbs are not available right now. They're going very quickly. If you have copper, and I don't want to create a big one because that's also not good, but maybe you already have a copper mug, like maybe you drink Moscow mules or something like that. Get out your copper antiviral. Ayurveda has always known this. Traditionally, Ayurvedically, we put water in a copper bottom pot, drink from copper, it purifies the water, and Western science knows this. Rubbing copper in the hands, we're sucking copperized water. Okay, so very, very simply, don't eat fried foods. It's very difficult on the immune system. Don't eat a lot of sugar. These things affect the lungs. Stay calm. Do your practices. Chant the mantra Om Tare Tutare Ture Svaha. Open the heart. Also, Shiva mantras are indicated at this time. We want Shiva to heal us rather than destroy us. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. All of the planets are in very good dignity. They're in good energy. And so actually the energy can be very good. Very sweet time to spend with our families. Very sweet time in nature. Very sweet time to calm down, to let go, to rest, to rejuvenate. And, I'm doing an Ayurvedic immune boosting challenge. It's free and it will be very fun. Please join for that if you can. Also in my private Facebook group, I'm going to be offering Thrive Self-Healing with Ayurveda, the Gaia TV program, so that people can start to boost their immune system. Something happened. Apologies. Because this is what we need. People who are taking care of the subtle body, taking care of the physical body, won't be affected. But people who have a lot of immune deficiency, they're going to be affected. So ground through the root and open the heart. Be confident. If you can find, a lot of Ayurvedic herbs are not available, but turmeric is available. Raw turmeric or ground turmeric. Please add turmeric to your food. Add cumin, add coriander, add fennel to your food. Even if the food is very simple, avoid complex foods. Eat simply, enjoy the food. What we need to do now is increase our ojas, our vitality. We do this by paying attention to what we're eating, by grounding in nature. We do this by rest and sleep and meditation. If you have any spiritual practice at this time, please do your spiritual practice. I'm going to be on live with meditations, with pranayam, with breath work, with all of these tools and techniques from Ayurveda, from yoga, from Tantra, because this is when we need them. This is when the practice really becomes so useful, because it offers us the tools to maintain composure, to be grounded in the face of extreme adversary. So very much love to everyone. Please let me know how I can support you. If I can support you, I'll be posting regularly. We will come through and we will really take the blessings of greater immunity, of the blessings of Jupiter, of this benefic. It could be a time of great healing for ourselves and for the planet, to wake up to what we've done to ourselves, to wake up to what we've done to the planet. Could be a time of great pleasure, of being with the family, being with the home, of being in relationship, even if it's virtual, even if it's by video. So don't give in to just being in fear. Bring yourself out of fear. Get grounded. Find the space of the heart. Choose where you place your mind. Much love to you. I'll be on again soon. Take care, everyone. Namaste.